That's the Riley Reed podcast. Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. This is Kenny.
Yo, smells like shit in
No.
this state. Fuck this place.
What's going on? What's going on, Dallas Kenny?
I've just been I've been destroying everyone on Uber. Just every time I'm like, hey, like who do you guys root for? And they're like, the Cowboys. I'm like, oh, and then I act like I'm a fan. I'm like, that's a tough season. Can you believe it?
Stop it.
And then I swear to God. And then when I'm about to get out of the Uber, I'm like, Cowboys suck, go Birds, and I close the door.
I fucking love that shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I've just been trolling the shit out of this stink ass fucking town.
Well, they do suck. And listen, man, they're sitting in the same place as the Eagles are right now.
I mean, I would almost argue. Well, all right, so we're just gonna get right. Let me get my Crocs real quick. I'm chilly.
Crocs.
Oh yeah. So
Cro-
I would almost say they're kind of in a worse position because, and this is just breaking news as of 4 o'clock Dallas time. Sean Payton retiring, missing, disappearing,
Yep.
whatever he's doing. But I would have to believe that he's going to be a front runner for the Cowboys job.
Yeah, but they haven't fired their coach.
Hey, Fat Mike, get in here. You don't know how to run a fucking 2-minute drill. You're fucking gone. Why the fuck not? I mean, crazier shit has happened. If Jerry Jones reaches out to Sean Payton and Sean Payton says, "Yeah, I'm interested," or yada yada yada, I want to coach. I just didn't want to coach because I can't coach without Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, they would. They would totally.
Then I don't blame them.
And listen, they are in a much worse spot. Like I said, man, like when you're trying to build a team, right? Around, I mean, and listen, they have a pretty fucking good team. Let's be real, right? I
They
mean,
have a really great team.
yeah, they underachieved like major, and yeah, they have a quarterback who, say what you want about him, he's not proven. I mean, he hasn't won anything.
He's kind of
Um,
inaccurate
he's in
with his passes.
he's actually been injured a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Um, and
He's balding.
he's I can't go there. Um, he's under contract for another 3 years, and he is getting paid a lot of fucking money. Like Dak's 20. I'm looking at it right now. He's 20 million this year. He's 31 million in 2023, and he's 34 million in 2024. Like,
$34
dude,
million.
yeah, the Cowboys are fucking.
This is typical fucking Cowboys though.
That's a huge commitment, dude.
Well, we talked
Huge.
about it last week or 2 weeks ago. Like the Eagles don't have anything tied up really in the quarterback position, which is nice. And if you had Dak Prescott on the contract he has, he doesn't take you to a Super Bowl. There's too many glaring issues. So right now, we just kind of ride the wave, see what we can get with Hurts. Wentz is going to be a free agent here shortly. Bring him back.
Stop it. Don't fucking stop trying to bait. Stop trying to bait me.
Did you hear what Jim Irsay said the other day?
I don't listen. Hold on a second. Before you go in there, I don't go ahead. Tell me what.
He said, and pretty much what he was saying is that like you see these quarterbacks, you see these offenses, you got to score 30 points in order to succeed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And obviously defense needs to play, yada yada yada. And a lot of people were taking that as like a direct shot to Wentz, which you could take that how you want. He might not have meant it that way, but he definitely has some underlying meaning to it, I think. And it's funny because I got some guys in my fucking class that are from fucking Indy, and they're like, "Take them back."
No.
Yeah, dude, I've had a crazy fucking slew of people in this class. We also got a Saints fan, so like I broke the news to him today when you texted me.
Yeah.
And he literally got up and left the class for 5 minutes to try to see if it was true or not. And then he came back in. He's like, "Who reported that?" And I was like, "Ian Rappaport. That's pretty solid, eh?" And it was so
Yeah.
funny, man. To have a Green Bay Packers fan next to me. I got a
Oh,
lot of fucking people.
well, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be in a melting pot of NFL fans right now during the fucking playoffs, and which, by the way, speak before we get into the Eagles issues
Agreed.
and the Cowboys issues, the the NFL playoffs. I mean, it's hard for me to make the statement because I love the playoffs of every sport. So like every sport, the playoffs is just different, right?
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is like extra different because everything is one game. There's no other sport, major sport that is one game. One and done, do or die every weekend in the playoffs. It's do or die. And every other sport's not like that. So the drama in every other sport kind of builds up. It's like a crescendo of drama. In the NFL, it's like fucking let's go every weekend. So
There's
it's
no
there's no compare.
there, there's no comparison. There's no better sport. Honestly, I mean, regardless, like I feel like if anyone try, like, and I do this a lot too, where I'm like, oh, I like hockey better than football. Do I? Eh, do I?
I don't know, man. I
I mean,
don't know
I'm
if it
most certainly watching every football playoff. I'm most certainly not watching every hockey playoff. I mean,
right,
that's
but
just what
that's
that
but
is.
again though, I think that's because of quantity. And
Oh fuck yeah!
I think that's the entire problem with the other sports. The other sports have too many. There's too many of everything. There's too many
Well,
regular season games.
but then you have like the wild cards for baseball, right? Or no, that's one game, right? And then the next series is three games.
So there's the play-in game that like gets you in, and then there's the 3 game series, which is basically the wild card.
You've quite literally played 4 million fucking games.
I know.
So what is another 4 games? I mean, seriously, like that's not. I can get behind the wild card, win and get win and move on kind of thing. I feel that like I can get into that. But if you're gonna do 3 games and you've already played 162, or is it once? Yeah, it's 162. So just fucking play the extra 4 and get a real playoff series out of it. It makes zero sense that they do that. Like keeping people fresh.
I mean I don't know. I don't know what else they would do. Like what else would they do?
Just do a 7 game series.
What camera are you looking at?
I. So I'm so used to using the Mac at home.
That was funny as shit.
Yeah, the camera's up top, but this one's all fucked up. Let me try to rotate this shit. Is that better?
No, put it back. No, put it back. Now you're crooked.
That's so fucking. I knew my ass was gonna get called out on that shit. I was like, "Fuck!" I keep looking up, man.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't matter. There's probably like 3 people watching us anyway. But no, it's there's no comparison. There's not. You can even say like soccer, like in England, like overseas, like it's similar because they don't play series. I'm pretty sure they do a similar type playoff, and it's just even in England they bring. So,
Yeah,
I mean, the NFL is king, man, and that's like uh, there was no. I don't think I've ever seen a weekend. I don't think I've ever seen a weekend of football like that in my life.
no, those were. I mean, listen, you were talking
Ever.
non-Philadelphia, right? So like
Well, yeah, obviously, like
easily,
Eagle games have different weight, right? So
easily the 4 greatest games I've watched ever, maybe.
and
I don't remember
all like fucking
back
consecutively,
to
like
back. I mean, honestly, the Green Bay Niners game was super annoying. Like, it really wasn't a great game until the last like 6 minutes with all the drama. But
yeah.
then
I
again,
mean,
it was kind of a shitty game, but it lived up. You know what I mean? It gave us what we needed.
it was a great like struggle. Like you're watching, and no matter what side you're on, like if you hate Aaron Rodgers or if you like him, it was just like it was crazy to see him struggle and the ultimate like the most ironic part about that whole game is like Lambeau is like their home field advantage, and it's like that's
It
where people come and it's cold as fuck. But Lambeau actually bit them. The reason why they lost that game was because the snow was coming down and it fucking eyes the game. Like the Packers offense couldn't do shit.
it's not even that. It's like the special teams was fucking weird. They got a kick block, 2 blocks.
Dude,
Like
San
that
Francisco didn't
never.
have any offensive touchdowns. None. Zero.
No, and dude, Jimmy G is just like he's a fucking Carson Wentz that's more pretty. Seriously, he's
Wow.
just a game manager. I mean, I guess he hasn't done shit where he like takes over a whole game, right? So he's just a good quarterback, and he gets good line play both sides. He's got a great wide receiver who's a gadget guy. So like, and they use him right. You know what I mean? It's like everything you wanted from Jalen Rager. Just like it's like
Yeah, but deep
it's like we got the Walmart version of Jalen Rager, and they
Dollar
have the
Gen no
fucking
Dollar General.
yeah, and they got like the Kellogg's version of
Dude, but
Debo
like
Samuel.
so just because we're kind of in that realm right now, I was digging into the stats because I've been hearing a lot of chatter the past couple days about should the Eagles make a move? Should they need an elite quarterback? Blah blah blah, all this shit. Yeah, listen, it would be great to have an elite quarterback, but not at the expense of like everything, right? So I started digging into the numbers, and I was curious to see like because I feel the same way. I don't think Jimmy G is like you know a stellar fucking quarterback, but I started looking into the numbers, and I think it might be a little surprising to you to find out where things shake out. So the biggest thing, what would you say the biggest number is as far as like quarterback stats goes?
I mean,
One of the biggest.
I would probably think completion rating
Yeah, so
percentage.
completion percentage, right? So in completion percentage, the top 3 this year were Joe
Are you
Burrow
talking? Are you talking season or playoffs?
season,
Okay, thank you.
Joe Burrow,
Okay,
Aaron Rodgers,
okay.
Kyler Murray,
Yeah.
which is surprising. I was
Mm-hmm.
surprised by that. The next 3, Matt Stafford,
Okay.
Tua, and Dak. So so then I'm like reading that list and I'm like, okay. So completion percentage, and just like any other fucking stat, completion percentage tells a part of a story, not a whole story.
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep going. Next on the next 3, Jimmy G, Pat Mahomes, Mac Jones. And really, you know, like Jared Goff, Derek Carr, Tom Brady. They're the next 3. So that's the top 12. I don't think anybody's missing out of that top 12 other than probably Justin Herbert.
Jalen Hurts. So the problem with that, just like off of that, like little chart there, like a lot of those are dunks, like dips and dunks. And I'm not talking about Jimmy. I'm talking about like collectively on that list. Like Tua, no fucking way his percentage is like what is his percentage after like X amount of yards is what I would be more curious about. Which you probably don't have that stat, which is fine. But like
like yards per pass or what?
yeah, like I'm saying like what's his completion rating over he passes over 8 yards? Because I
Oh,
bet you he's
I
not
got you. I
I
got
bet
you.
you he's not even in the top 15. You got a lot of like Jalen Waddle, like that kind of shit really mixed into there. Listen, Jimmy G is exactly who we think Jimmy G is. He is maybe a smidge above a game manager, just a smidge, but he does things right and he does them well. And the last couple of weeks, he hasn't had the like untimely interception or the fumble. He's just playing good football. It's like Nick Foles. You know what I mean? Like it literally is Nick Foles. And it wouldn't blow my top off if you told me the Niners won the Super Bowl because like they have that same momentum that the Eagles had in 17. Like
Mm.
just shit's falling their way constantly. Like they destroyed the Rams to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So to me, I think I'm at a point where I'm just like, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if Jimmy G leads them. It just wouldn't.
Like you mean like you say leads them, like leads them to a Super Bowl?
Correct.
Well, yeah, because I mean the 49ers are probably one of the best defensive teams right now in the league.
Well, yeah, I mean, and listen, again, I just said about like Debo Samuel, that elevates your offense to a point of like, I don't know, I want to say like no return, but that's not what I'm trying to say. But you get my point. Like
Yeah.
it elevates it to a point where like you can almost do anything, you know? Like he runs it, he fucking catches it. He's
Yeah.
doing punt returns. I mean, the man's everywhere. Again, like it's not anything to be like slighted on. He's everything that the Eagles thought they were getting with Jalen Rager. Everything.
I look at Jalen Rager and even physically, like I look at Jalen Rager and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Did they seriously think that this dude was like Debo type? Like
Apparently,
even when you just look at him, dude, he's not even 6 foot tall.
yeah.
Like
He's got to be gone, right?
I don't see how he stays. I really
I
don't.
mean, I guess they're trying, like, unless they're still trying to, like, oh, he can figure it the fuck out. Like, I just.
Yeah. So this weekend was incredible. And it started with Joe Burrow fucking just sacking up and the kicker, like, did you hear the story about the kicker? He comes
Yeah, I
over
heard
to
this.
somebody and he says, "Guess we're going to the AFC Championship game."
That's
Before he goes
that's
out and
like
fucking nails the last kick. Like that's fucking balls, dude.
that's someone you buy like their jersey for, right? Like that. Like if you're a Bengals fan, like I would assume you already have a Burrows jersey and a Jamar Chase. Like you have one of those two jerseys, right?
You take the hit and you buy that kicker jersey.
You fucking buy that kicker jersey, man. That dude's a fucking stud out of Florida, and
And look,
he was
takes them
drafted.
to the championship game for the first time. Like, yeah, and that's what they're saying. They're like, that's why you draft a kicker. Yeah.
Well, the Eagles drafted the kicker, and that didn't work out. So
Yeah. Well, just all right. So let's think about this, right? Also, hold on. First of all, it just popped into my head. The Chiefs scoring a touchdown or no, scoring getting into field goal range in less time than it took Dak to run that scramble was fucking hilarious. Like
it's one of the
the comparisons were just unbelievable.
it's one of the things that should never, ever, 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 ever be forgotten. When you think Chiefs, you and Cowboys, you immediately think, how the fuck can
Remember
they
that
not
one
run?
time?
How can they not run? Like, that's insane to me, man. But in that same breath, I am so sick of Kansas City. I'm sick of fucking Jackson Mahomes. I'm sick of his fucking stupid wife. I'm sick of that whole fucking franchise. Stupid fucking blood red mustard mustard and ketchup jerseys. I'm done with them. Fucking assholes. I can't. I think what happens is like I get really annoyed at like constant success because we don't get it. You know what I mean?
That's 100% what it is. I hate it too, though. It's probably because, like you said, I'm pretty sure. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of fans in other parts of the country don't don't find themselves like either outwardly or secretly pining to be the other city. Like all the time, we're always like, man, because fucking fuck Boston, these fucking assholes. They're fucking winning all these Super Bowls. Fuck you. They're fucking, oh yeah, look, they won another one. And then it's like, oh, fuck Tampa Bay. Those pieces of shit. What did they get a Stanley Cup? What the fuck is that? Like, that's a Philly thing, I think. I really think it is.
Well, and I guess like another thing too is like a lot of these places have success at the same time. Like the Lightning won, the Bucks won,
The Rays.
What?
The Rays, too.
Yeah, yeah. Boston. They won a Stanley Cup. They won a Super Bowl. They won a fucking MLB World Series. I mean, it's just and there's someone else that I'm missing. Oh, Atlanta this year. Win the fucking college football playoff. Win the fucking World Series. These fucking places, man. We can't even get. We got the fucking Flyers, 12 straight losses. Fucking. We got the Sixers who are ticking the right way. And honestly, I was reading some statistics on this. They're really not that far out of where they should be. They just don't have a closer. And the record would be better if they had Ben Simmons. He shall not be named.
I know.
But anyway, that's for later in the cast. But honestly, I mean this. The Buffalo Bills Kansas City game was the second greatest game I ever watched football-wise. Ever?
What's the first greatest? I guess the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, well, the NFC Championship is number 2 for me.
All right, okay, but listen, aside from Eagles games, so don't put Eagles games in it.
Number 1.
Where does that game rank? Okay,
number 1 easily.
Same for me.
And the Bucs would have been, if they would have came back and won that game, that's easily that gets into that conversation with, is it better than the Kansas City game, regardless of how that played out? But dude, no. There was 13 seconds left. I'm in this hotel room. I'm fucking screaming. I'm butt-ass naked in a robe. I'm having the time of my fucking life. And then I got to watch that fucking smug little bastard just fucking...
My God.
How long until that team blows themselves up? How can they have this much cap space? How do they do all this? I know, Howie, restructures and shit like that, but, come on, man.
They had a lot of new dudes on the offensive line too.
Yeah, and that's what I remember, dude. I remember specifically being dude, they got a new line. No fucking way. No fucking way.
Well, I'll tell you what's the thing. I mean, you got a guy, Tyreek Hill, who I don't know if they're going to sign him, but this is the problem for the Chiefs. This is the year they got to do it. They got to do it again this year because Tyreek Hill is on a contract year right now. He's still playing on his rookie contract.
Oh, he's gonna get buku bucks.
He's gonna get fucking paid.
Oklahoma State University.
He's gonna get fucking paid.
What's Travis Kelce at? He's got to be done soon, right?
So you have Tyreek Hill on the last season, right? Which means he might be approaching holdout stat. They don't sign him to an extension, right? They already extended Kelce, so they got Kelce. They got Kelce through 25.
6.
226, like I said, through 25.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I got it.
So Kelsey's locked
Pringle.
in. Pringle might turn into something. I'm not really sure what to think of him yet.
Well, again, I mean,
Mahomes is locked in too.
Yeah, for forever.
And he structured his shit so that they could sign people over the next couple of years because he's only getting paid $1.5 million this year.
Look how far the Eagles are away from being in the Final Four. I mean,
okay, this perfect segue.
It's not even close.
Watching those games, in any of them, even the Green Bay game, right? You could not even fathom the Eagles on those fields.
No. They should have been on the field last week or 2 weeks ago.
The speed and the decision making and just the way that those teams played this weekend, it just makes me feel like the Eagles are at least 2 years away.
Okay, I agree with you. And listen, they're they're going to be like, oh, they're fucking talking shit. No, we're not. We're just being realistic.
No, it'd be completely realistic. And I'm saying 2 years. Okay, my 2-year plan is Jalen Hurts actually can play quarterback, which I'm still not convinced. Well,
it doesn't help that the Bucs coordinator said what he said.
That's huge, dude.
If that doesn't concern you as an Eagles fan, are you a fan? Because you can't get called out in the middle of a fucking game, the middle of the first quarter, and be like, "Yo, he's gonna throw him up. Pay attention. You're gonna get some picks."
He can't read.
You can't fucking have that. But then, like, I'm going back and I'm looking, bro. Like, look at all the number 2 wide receivers who aren't big boy names. Pringle, Gabriel Davis. Like, these guys step the fuck up, man. And you could even go the dude from the Rams, Jefferson.
Oh yeah, Van Jefferson.
Yeah, Van Jefferson, and then I don't even know the Bucks. They're a weird team.
Brait.
The Bucks is whatever. They had Mike
Yeah.
Evans go for like 10 and 100
Yeah.
fucking 12 again.
Yeah.
So like, and they normally have Godwin, and they normally have like all these fucking other pieces. Antonio Brown was there, so like, also I think if Antonio Brown was playing, which if he was really injured, he probably isn't going to play. But long story short, if he was playing, that game probably doesn't go the Rams' way at all.
Well, when's the last time a team literally lost 4 fumbles in a game and won in the playoffs?
True.
Like, I mean, let alone any game, like 4 lost fumbles and you win. What the fuck? Like, that doesn't happen. And it just happened to the GOAT. Like, unreal, like unbelievable. Like, you couldn't script this past weekend anymore. It's any better. This is just incredible. And
it was, it seriously was. It was fiery football, man.
Gordy chimed in on the comments and said that he feels the same way about the Eagles. Like like watching those games, it just glaringly shows how much the Eagles actually need to be in this conversation, in this realm. And I'm listening to people on the radio this week because
why?
Because I'm a fucking glutton for punishment. That's why.
Yeah, you are.
And they're talking about. There's 2 camps right now. There's camp 1 is we need to make a trade. We need to make a blockbuster trade for or acquire, an elite quarterback that is available. We'll never have 3 first-round draft picks ever again. And there will never be 3 elite quarterbacks possibly available in the same season ever again.
If you're in that camp, you're a fucking moron. I mean, that's as blunt as you can be. They're not a quarterback away. They need a wide receiver too. They need
100%.
I like their 3's good. They need another complimentary tight end because I don't know, Jackson towards ACL. And Stoll's okay, but he's not fucking. You know what I mean? He's not an NFL guy. They need a linebacker.
You could draft that.
They need
guy,
They need guys on both sides of the line. They need Kelsey to commit back next year. I mean, there's so many things that the Eagles need. They probably need a new defensive coordinator because Gannon's probably fucking piecing out. So there's too much for them to just be like.
Well, okay. So while we're on that subject, I agree with you 100%. That's camp A. Camp B is. You keep Hurts, you draft, you hang your hat on drafting well, and you move on. And
nothing suggests that he's going to draft well. I mean, nothing's like a guarantee that it's going to work out in the draft. But you hope that he hits on 2 out of the 3.
But listen, man, look at those draft classes. We were talking about this recently.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the recent draft classes that they've had, dude, they've had more hits than not. Now it sucks that they missed on regular. Like, that one really fucking stings. It hurts.
And they had another year where they just didn't get one fucking draft pick out of it. I think it was the Super Bowl year where like none of those players fucking panned out. But again, the Rager thing's always going to carry on with the fucking Justin Jefferson thing. And then what's going to put an end to it is when Jefferson moves to the next team. And then you can be like, all right, like it's fucking, we don't have to compare it anymore.
Well, and so.
Well, you would hope that Rager wouldn't be on the team at that point, right?
I hope Rager's not on the team like this year.
Yeah, I hear you. I think he's going to be, though. It pains me to say that. Oh, I want to tell you something. We so my class goes to the Dallas Cowboys stadium to check it out and all that shit. So when we got in on Monday, he was like, "Hey, just so you guys know, we're not going there anymore." They thought they were going to have a game, so they canceled all tours and shit because they thought they were would be in the NFC Championship game. So so we so we were going to the practice stadium, and I was a little bummed out because I really wanted to see the stadium, and then piss and shit everywhere I can in the stadium. But so then he came in today. He's like, "All right, we're back on. We're going to 18-2 because there's no
Fucking love,
game."
dude. Listen, I hate the Cowboys, but that stadium is fucking cool. I had the opportunity to go there too.
Yeah,
It's fucking cool to stand on the field and look up and see how big it is. It's fucking gigantic. It's unreal. Um,
but
but
yeah. So I
okay,
didn't mean to interrupt, but I was just
so
thinking
no,
about
so
that.
you brought up the defense situation, right? And
Yeah.
us possibly needing a new D coordinator.
Yes, I did say
And
that.
the two guys that you could see you could see you wanting to have would be like the two front runners, I would say, is probably Fangio and probably Martindale out of Baltimore. Those are probably the two big top dogs on D, right? So here's the problem with that. They're both 3-4 guys.
Mm.
That's a huge problem that no one's talking about.
Well,
This team can barely play defense, let alone convert to a 3-4. Like who? How?
David,
What? What are you
David,
gonna do?
David.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what the scheme is. It doesn't matter who the coach is. They need a safety. They need two safeties. They need a corner on the opposite side.
Well, if you're gonna play a 3-4, who the fuck's playing linebacker?
No, I know. I get. I'm just saying, like they need so much. Like
They need.
Anthony Harris
Uh,
isn't coming back. Steven Nelson's not coming back. And Rodney McLeod, he's like 31, 32, major injuries. I'm not going to be upset if they re-sign him or if they whatever they do with him. But like,
right.
it's probably time to old yeller him. So and again, we're not talking about the linebackers, right? So we don't know what we're going to get. Like TJ Edwards had a good year. I wouldn't say great. I would say decent, good. Is he going to do it again next year? The Eagles do this shit. It's not even just the Eagles. It's like a lot of teams. They're like, "Well, I'm the coach, and this is what I want to run. I don't care if I have the personnel or not. This is what we're running." And
Right.
it's fucking crazy to me, man. It's fucking crazy train is what that fucking shit is. Fletcher Cox is old. Brandon Graham's old. I mean, dude, the defense is in some fucking serious trouble if you like look at it. I got so excited, my
Did you just die? What the fuck was that?
headphone popped out.
Jesus Christ.
But you get my drift. It's like they need a lot.
Yeah, I know, and it's like listen. I know it's great that they have 3 first-round picks, but dude, like, I, they can't miss. They can't miss on
No.
these. I
You can miss one.
I was checking out a mock draft. They could also trade. They could also trade one, or something,
Well,
or
what do
swap,
you?
or do something like that with I don't know. Something they could get creative if they wanted to.
I mean, I fully, honestly expect them to trade one. You know, what's funny. This podcast is going to be interesting for anyone listening. What I find really funny is that like the offensive line is like pretty fucking good. Like if you get Kelsey back for another year or two,
Oh yeah. If you can get Kelsey for 2 years, right? You got Dickerson. Dickerson's like playing guard, like it's his job, like he's done it all his life. Which, by the way, didn't. He was a fucking center, and
yeah,
like the offensive line is like strong, man.
her pig's getting better.
I love my Lotta.
Yeah,
Her pig. He's he's kind of too big. Like you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like those old like '90s offensive linemen that are like fucking gigantic, and like
yeah, but listen, there's something about a big fat pig that can come in and play every position on the fucking field.
I know.
On the line. Like he's in the. I was almost going to say elite, and I'm
You
only
did.
meaning
You
it.
did. You did almost say
Yeah,
elite. I heard you.
I only mean it as in like his ability to play every position is an elite characteristic of what he can do on the line. Like
Yeah.
if he has to, I think he can play a game. I don't think he's the long term answer in any of those positions. If he's like the backup, I don't love him there, but to come in a game, I have confidence in her pig for sure.
So I was looking at a mock draft just because.
Why not? Fuck not.
Why the fuck not? And we do a podcast, so why the fuck not? Also, and it's great that they have 3 picks, but they're really not early, like 15, 16, 19. And this mock draft has them getting a Jabo at 15. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah, at 16. And then Trent McDuffie, the cornerback from Washington.
No.
Um,
No more Washington.
number 19. Yeah, but he's a cornerback. Like,
so was Sidney Jones, and so was Markel Fultz.
well, but also at the same time, like 2 picks later, Nakobe Dean. Like, give me him. Fucking, if you could you imagine a Jabo, Lloyd, and Dean?
Or could they trade 2 picks and get Hutchinson?
Oh,
which might piss off some faithful. But hey, guess what? Graham's he's not going to play anywhere else. So when they put him out the pasture, that's it.
Okay, and I was listening to some like the chatter lately, but they got Hutchinson going number 2, dude.
Number 2?
Number 2.
No, come on. This isn't like J.J. Watt or T.J. Watt or the Bosa boys coming out. I mean, he's good, but he's not
I think he's on par with Watt, dude. It looks like he's got the skill set. I don't know if he's gonna fucking achieve that shit, but he's got the skill set. It's the same guy.
Bro, no fucking. He's a top 5-7 pick. He's like on my range for him is 5 to 8.
Dude, he's 6'6" and he moves like a fucking jaguar.
With a smoking hot mom, I might add.
I mean,
MILF.
Yeah, but
no, I hear you, but I don't
know.
think he's. I don't like. I mean, he was a Heisman finalist, so I hear you there. But like, the hype there
as a
isn't
DN,
there.
DN Heisman finalist. Like, come on, man.
I know. I would be surprised. Who's number 2 overall? Do you know?
On this list?
Like on draft pick. Like who's got the 2 pick?
Oh, Detroit. And they could have had the first pick.
Oh, another career gone to waste because fucking Detroit, Michigan's a trash fucking place. Poverty.
And he played for Michigan.
Detroit.
He played for Michigan.
Fucking hate Michigan so much. Fuck.
I don't know.
Okay, so like yeah, and he's obviously probably from the Michigan area, right? Like one of them fucking homegrown fucking oak trees out front.
Yeah.
Big ass bitch. Dude, the draft's gonna be fun because there's so many options. It's like, do you trade some? Do you package some? Do you fucking throw Rager in a draft pick?
I just hope to God they get a legit edge rusher, at least one, and a legit linebacker. Go.
If they trade, would you? No, you don't have to do this. So I was gonna say, like, would you trade all 3 draft picks to get the number 2? But you don't have to do that. That's like way too much value.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You give 15 and 19. Is that what they got?
15, 16, 19.
So you keep 16. You give 15, 19, get up to number 2, and maybe like a third. I mean,
if you're gonna do that to get Hutchinson, I'm all in on that.
Yeah, I know, and that's what like the whole. It's like fuck, man. That's like the whole thing, you know. But like, it's kind of crazy because like, if you really look at it, like, I know the defensive line is like old, but like, it's not the number one thing they need. And the smarter thing would be to just stay pat, get 3,
keep them, get whatever you can get on the edge, get a linebacker, and get a safety or a cornerback or.
They got to get the dude. They got to get the dude out of Georgia.
Dean?
Yeah.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. I want him. And I think
he'll be there. According to this projection, he'll be there.
Well, and my whole thing is like, they keep fucking. My ears are fucked up from the plane, man. Ever the chicken popping the fuck out all day. I don't know.
What's up, Mike? Mike checking in. Mike Topham checking in on the YouTube stream. What's up, bitch?
Fair.
You like Dean? I mean, listen, he's from Georgia. I mean, what's there not to like?
SEC. I like Dean enough where I think I reached for him with the second pick in my draft.
Or the first pick. Would you reach for him on the
Well,
first pick? I
it
think I
doesn't
take
fucking
Ajabo.
it doesn't fucking matter. It's like 15, 16. But my point is I don't want him falling to a possibility of not getting him at 19. And I think the talent in that 16 to 19 range is good enough where you can shuffle it and be like, we have 1, 2, 3 player idea here, but we need to get fucking Dean. You know, that's like kind of how I'm picturing it.
So
So
yeah, there's a lot to figure out here with this draft, man. Like they
if
really.
you get a Jabo Dean at 15, 16,
Ooh.
I mean, bro, you're putting your energy where it needs to be in, and you kind of feel like it's finally and we don't know if they're going to work out, right? Like we have no idea, but
No.
it
But
would
but that's
be
the but that would that not be like the one of the highest talent picks they
correct. And
history on the defensive side?
and again, you're not getting it's not a Rager Jefferson thing. It's like defensive player. Who cares? You know, it's not like Deion Sanders and you're taking fucking Sidney Jones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like you're not missing out that fucking massively on the defensive end. So I think the risk to reward is to grab it. So like my dream list is exactly that. And then I don't care who they take at 19 at that point. Like as long as it works. You know what I mean? For whatever they're trying to do.
Right. Yeah.
So,
No,
I don't know.
I agree. I agree 100%. Listen, it's very clear that this team needs an upgrade at defense. I mean, like I know that like we're kind of beating a dead horse here on this Eagles shit, but like you didn't, right? You didn't beat anybody who was good. So what do you need to do to beat the teams that are good? You need to upgrade your defense. Very clear, right? This Eagles team was averaging 25.5 points a game this year. If you average 25.5 points, you should win way more games than you lose.
I mean, Slay had what, 3 touchdowns? Singleton had a touchdown. Those numbers are a little skewed, right? Would you agree?
Slight. I mean, you just named 28 points out of an entire season.
Yeah, that's fair. Good point. I'm gonna fuck myself.
So actually, not even 28, 24. But well, I guess you got to count the extra point. Whatever.
Yeah. What the?
My point. Listen, my point is that with a slight upgrade, even slight upgrade to the defense, you automatically give your offense a better chance to win you more games because your defense allows less points. This defense was putrid this year against good quarterbacks. The bottom line is you need to upgrade this team against to be able to defeat even a mediocre quarterback, and that's the bottom line. What?
I have a new theory. I just came to it. Okay, Ajabo, Dean, trade the 19th pick for a second wide receiver who's in a contract struggle year, whatever, you know what I mean? But like, you're not getting mad about trading for DK Metcalf with one of them first round picks. You know what I mean?
Nope, I'm not mad about that.
So you got to draft 2. You can get rid of 1. That's how I'm looking at the draft for me. I don't care how you get rid of the 1, what you do to do that. If you can get a number 2, man, if you get a number 2, you're now elevating. Like seriously, like, and there's no reason. And then you can talk all the shit you want on Hurts, right? It's just open season at that point. Because Quez is a 3. He's a slot. Is it even a 3 anymore? It's just slot, right? It's like 1-2 slot.
Yeah, he's
so Watkins soft. Is like, I think Watkins is a legitimate threat in the slot. He's just not a number 2. So,
well,
I think DK Metcalf puts your team over.
Let's run this down real quick because we're doing what we said we wouldn't do, and that's talk about the Eagles for a long time. But we're not really starting talking about just the Eagles. We're talking about football. But anyway, who fucking cares? Fuck you.
It's our fucking podcast.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, to this list of guys that you could possibly get that are on 1-year contracts this year. So they are this year coming up in July, August, whatever. is their last contracted year.
Wait, before you go, Michael Thomas on this list?
I think he's already a free agent.
Okay, go on.
And this is the guys who have 1 year left on their deal.
Okay.
And they will be free agents the year following. Tyreek Hill. Brandon Cooks. Jarvis Landry. Nelson Aguilar. Randall Cobb. Cole Beasley. Marvin Jones. Alan Hearns. DJ Moore.
Alan Hearns is still in the league?
Yeah, Alan Hearns. DJ Moore. Calvin Ridley. Debo Samuel. AJ Brown. Mecole Hardman. Paris Campbell. DK Metcalf. Like everybody that I'm naming. Terry McLaurin. Everybody. Hunter Renfro. Scotty Miller. Like
yeah, you got a lot of fucking slot guys in there though.
I know, but everybody I'm naming is better than your number 2 guy right now.
Oh, agreed. And like Debo Samuel ain't going nowhere.
No, there's a couple of those guys ain't moving.
That motherfucker's gonna sign a big dog contract.
Okay, so let's talk about this then. So those are the guys have 1 year left. Let's talk about the guys that have no years left. These guys are unrestricted free agents.
Michael Thomas.
Right now. Listen to this list. It's fucking amazing. Like, if you can't make a deal for somebody, you're fucking stupid. Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, Devontae Adams, Will Fuller, Jamison Crowder, T.Y. Hilton, Juju, Emmanuel Sanders, A.J. Green, Sammy Watkins, Keelan Cole, Mike Williams, Zach Pascal. Like, Zay Jones, the list goes on. These
DJ
guys
Chalk.
Chark,
yeah, sorry.
Chalky Chark. I mean, like the list goes on and on of guys that.
So, honestly, with those 2 lists that you just gave me, I have to believe the Eagles are in a front-running situation to grab one of those guys.
100%, and I think they have to. You might not even need to trade a first.
Correct.
You might be able to sign one of them that's a free agent.
Listen, the big dogs aren't coming here.
No, you're not getting Tyreek Hill. You're not getting
Devontae Adams. He's probably going with Rodgers, and it wouldn't surprise me. Like, the Saints might reamp and just be the Green Bay Packers. Like, that's a good landing spot for me for Aaron Rodgers and fucking Devontae.
Dude, could you imagine them playing in a dome all the time?
Jesus Christ. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, even if you get 2 of them and you decide what you're doing with Watkins and, whoever the second guy is, like a Cole Beasley is someone that the Eagles could excel with.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not a number 2. So, like, you need to get a number 2. It's so imperative. And I don't think you're going to get that in the draft because at the 15, 16, 19 range, you're a little too late to get someone impactful right away. You know what I mean?
How good would Chris Godwin look here?
Hold on.
I mean,
that's not happening either. Unless.
What about Juju?
Yeah, I was thinking about him too because he's out. He's gone. They're sick of him in Pittsburgh.
Well, Pittsburgh's going to be blown up. Pittsburgh's getting blown up for a couple years. But my point with this is there are probably about 20 like legit options for the Eagles at wide receiver of guys who you see what they can do, you know their capabilities, and they might be even capable of more, but you got to get somebody in here. Yeah, if they go this entire offseason without adding a wide receiver, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that.
I mean, it wouldn't be good.
Drafting a wide receiver, like no. So we'll see. So this weekend, only 2 games, championship games, both on Sunday, 3:00 and 6:30 Eastern time.
Have some respect.
Eastern.
Have some respect. 2:00 for me.
And 5:30.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of bitchin' titties out here, bro. Like that hour.
Only because you're not used to it yet.
Yeah, no,
When
exactly.
you come back, you're gonna fucking hate your life. So yeah, we're gonna pick both of those games at the end of the podcast. Again, I hate making picks on Tuesday. It's the fucking worst, especially in the playoffs. I think I literally changed my mind on almost every pick that I gave in the pod by the time I bet on it over the weekend. Thank God for me, because my record was fucking pathetic. But yeah, anyway.
It
So
was Judy Cheeks.
listen, um the Flyers tried to win today. Um they came out hot out the gate. They came out hot out the gate. Giroux scored with like less than a minute into the game, but currently sitting at 4-3. Another L looming over the Flyers. They might go for the lucky number 13. What are they going to do? Fire their interim coach?
They're so fucking bad. Yeah, they had this huge fucking press release over this fucking assistant coach that they hired, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, no one gives a fuck. No one could give two fucking shits. Honestly.
Literally no one. It's yeah. I don't even know what to say about them anymore, to be honest. Like, we just kind of have to get through it. Hopefully they sign a fucking coach. I'm really pissed off that they don't have a coach, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they're gonna wait and see what little fucking hoodlums get fired, and then they're gonna go from there. Dude, I didn't even know the Flyers were playing tonight. Like, that's how like little I give a shit about them right now.
Yeah, I know.
They're fucking terrible. And listen, if you're still watching the Flyers, like when we get closer to the deadline, I'll watch two more games, I think, just to watch Giroux. And then like that's it. Like, but if you're watching if you're watching the Flyers as like because you think you're like the better fan or like you are you're just the dumbest fucking person that's breathing. It's unwatchable. They lost to Buffalo 6-3. That's the most goals Buffalo scored all year. They're fucking terrible. Don't
Yeah.
watch them.
Listen,
And honestly,
go spend your time with some boy or girl, and
go outside and smoke a blunt. Do something fun.
or that.
Honestly, this team, this franchise, Comcast took over in 2016, and I still, for the life of me, can't figure out why Ed Snyder left it there. I really can't, and I have no idea. And maybe one day I'll ask his daughter via DM, but there's no reason he left it behind to them. And I'm not like Ed Snyder was a great owner, probably one of the better owners we've ever had, and maybe like if you did like top 10 owners of like all sports altogether, he's definitely in that list because he understood it. But
Yeah.
Comcast doesn't give a fuck about your fanhood. They don't give a fuck about anything. They did this fucking gritty parade, and it's still the same shit week after week. It's just like, well, Gritty did something funny with the hot dog gun. We love Gritty. I'm fucking done with them. Fuck them. Fucking terrible franchise.
Hey, listen, Mike Missinelli in town here was starting a trend Friday. He was trying to make a point that they need to change. They need to change it up, freshen up the logo, new colors, get rid of Gritty. Get rid of the whole thing and start fresh.
So
New
he
brand.
wants to. So let me get this straight. He wants to rebrand the franchise, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Entirely, 100%.
Is he he's the dumbest fat Italian hoagie talking on the internet, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Giving them new jerseys and new colors and this shit means nothing, you fucking moron. Like that, like some shit just gets me so fucking irate, and that's it. Like, you want to rebrand them for what? Rebrand them to who? To make what better? Like, oh, we have a new jersey. We're gonna win 12 in a row. It's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. And he's, dude. If you're old Philadelphia Italian trash on the radio, it's just time. Just put them out and let them fucking die. They're terrible, dude. All of them. Catali. Fuck these guys. Fuck.
Yeah. So he wants to rebrand the team.
Suck my dick, Mike
I don't know.
Missinelli.
Whatever.
Fucking
I don't
bitch.
even like. It's so stupid. He's like, the logo's so stupid. It's a puck that's flying. Like, who cares? What is a new logo? The new logo is the least of their fucking concern right now. Like how about we find a center? Let's find somebody to play center. That's a good start.
Oh my god! Could you imagine if like Comcast did that, and then like in like a year or two, they're like all the fans are like, dude, like how come we haven't gotten free agents? And they're like, well, we focused so much time rebranding Gritty's colors. It's so fucking stupid. It's
Yeah.
honestly.
And I wish I could tell you that it was a joke, but it was not a joke.
I know it wasn't. I'm so sick of him and fucking Ty and that fucking bitch Natalie, even though she's not even in the thing, and that fucking other bitch Nicole from XTU Lipstick Podcast. Like, shut the fuck up, you two dumb bitches. Like, fuck them, man. They're so stupid. They're like, football should be fun in games, and you should hug at the end. You shouldn't be mean to fans, and you shouldn't boo. Fuck, man. Now you got me irate and fuck.
This is taking a fucking turn, huh? But listen, man. All I'm saying is that this team has many problems, and you know, I actually don't think though. This may be a hot take or an unpopular take. I don't even know. I don't think that Carter Hart's that bad.
It's the old chicken or the egg, my friend. Seriously.
Yeah, I really
100%.
don't think he's that bad.
He's not getting the defense he needs.
No
but
support.
He's also
Zero.
letting in some real pitiful, stupid fucking goals.
Yep.
So,
well, let's think about it. Like, his morale can't be high, right?
Could it?
So like he's chilling in net, and his face, it's basically like a fucking shooting gallery every night. Like, you looking forward to that?
No,
I'm thinking a quad injury or something by now.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened. His record's so fucking pitiful, man.
I know, but like his stats are. I don't know. All I'm saying is that like I don't think it's him. And you know, I know they have many problems. They're going to have to completely retool this team. They're probably going to trade Giroux. They're limping to the fucking Olympic break. Thank God they're not playing in the Olympics. I mean, at this point, no, I wish the NHL was in the Olympics because it would.
Yeah, you do. Don't talk stupid because you're upset.
No, I know. I'm not going to say that, but fuck the Flyers.
There's Giroux's probably gone. Justin Braun's probably gone. I would trade Lindblom. I would trade Lawton. I would trade JVR. I would keep Konechny. I'd keep Provy. I would trade Ristolainen. Huh?
You got to keep Cam.
Cam York?
No, Atkinson, man.
Yeah. I think you keep Atkinson. That's why I didn't say him. And then I would trade Yandel. Fuck his Iron Man streak. The shit's corny anyway. Most of this team's tradable. I'd say probably 75%. I'd get rid of Martin Jones for whatever you can get. If you can get a fucking peanut.
Can the Flyers just like put in like a note with the league and just be like, listen, we want to keep like 3 of our guys, maybe 4.
100%.
And let's just act like a team, and let's let us steal 1 guy from each team.
I mean,
we're that bad.
The real question is, how overvalued are these guys going to be for the Flyers, right? Like, is it undervalued or overvalued or just right? Like, if I had to bet, it's going to be undervalued, and they're just going to fucking just the whole roster.
Oh, well, we're going to get the Flyers. They're going to get decimated if they go into the market right now. Everybody knows they're desperate. Everybody knows they have nothing going for them right now, and they're going to be looking to sell off people.
And Joe said something that was like pretty funny last night. He was just like, how are there teams that are worse than them?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Bro, there's a stretch right now where they're like 0-23. Think about that. About to be 0 for 24.
You just mean like in general, like there's like
yeah. Like if you just put those fucking streaks together, they're pitiful. Go to the Sixers.
Play the song. Yeah, I mean, okay, so the Sixers are a little bit of a bright spot, at least, in Philly right now. I mean, the Eagles are too, I guess, but the Sixers another nice win. Embiid still balling out. Like it's time. Like I was talking, I can't remember who it was. I think it was the guys over in Warrington. We had a good old inventory weekend this past weekend, and I was hanging with the squad over there, and shout out
42
to
and
the
14.
shout out to the boys over in Warrington, by the way, who actually support our podcast. So go fuck yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so Joel Embiid has been fucking straight balling lately. And if you're not watching the Sixers because you hate Ben or because your name is Kenny, you should start checking them out, man. Because listen, Joel Embiid is like doing some like legend shit right now for the Sixers. Like, listen to this stretch. Listen to this stretch of games. Like I'm just looking at January. Okay, there was literally one game in January where he had less than 30 points.
Yeah. No, I mean he's doing it right. Like I get it. They're a team that you put on and you watch and you can enjoy their basketball. Now they're still going to give you some fucking duddy dud games. Like I think back to
Well,
specifically the Atlanta game, but it's going to happen now as this fucking ticks down to like nothing.
yeah, yep. Why are you bringing me back
Um,
to that? We're over those pieces of shit.
yeah, no, I get it.
Kenny just
Rebrand
showed
them.
me. Kenny just showed me the Flyers score on the screen. Like I don't give a fuck about the Flyers.
So on the Sixers, no, they're worth watching. I've cooled down from my Ben Simmons hate. Um,
No, you
I mean,
can
I
still
still
hate
hate
Ben
him.
Simmons. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
still, he's still a fucking piece of shit.
Kenny, hold on a
But
second. I gotta pause you because I need you to eat some fucking crow right now, motherfucker.
all right, give it to me.
Toby,
Yeah, I know.
33 and 11.
I know, but like he just doesn't. He doesn't
33 and 11.
I can't give him any. I can't give him shit tonight. But it's the Pelicans, so um, I don't know. Toby's annoying.
I had to bring it up. Man.
No. I mean, listen, he's exactly what you said. He's exactly, and ever since you told me this, I've been like better with it. He's a 3. He's not a 2, and that's what he is. And we want him to be a 2, and he'll never be a 2. But he's a very, very, very good fringe. Like he's an elite 3 fringe 2.
He's a
Is that
solid
fair?
player. He's a solid player, and if
He
you
needs help.
add, yes, 100%, he needs help. And even if you bring another Toby here, it doesn't even really need to be a number 2 guy right now. If you could like at this trade deadline make a nice little deal where you don't give up too much, and you bring in another guy who's like a 3-4, not position, but like third best, fourth best type guy, uh, you could make drastic changes to this team and provide that little help that like they need in those tight games. Like when Embiid's not putting up 45, like um that's the kind of thing you need. And I really think I was talking to Gordy about this the other day. We really both think that they are going to make a trade. And I was listening to that Maury interview. That was on 97.5 the other day, and he was saying some shit. If you read between the lines, he was saying like basically like the Ben deal isn't the only deal that is out there. Like they have
Well,
other deals, and don't discount another deal happening to still improve the quality of this team and really make them have a push in the playoffs.
no, I tend to. Yo, is Gordy still listening?
I think so.
I'm curious to see what he'll say to this. But like, if you're Ben Simmons and say they make the playoffs and they're making a run of the playoffs, do you come back? like, can you?
Um, so you're saying so you're saying like if the Sixers make the playoffs, if you're Ben Simmons, do you consider telling the team that you want to play? I mean, if you're the Sixers, do they say yes?
I know it's a very delicate situation because then like it's like, well, he won. But listen, if they get a piece like My brain automatically goes back to Jaylen Brown, and I don't know what the Celtics are going to do with him, but like that's where I want to go. So like if you get Jaylen Brown, but see like you're not getting Jaylen Brown without trading Ben Simmons, so like it's probably not right. But if you can get someone like Toby, like a Toby like player, and they got a chance to make some noise, why doesn't Ben come back? I mean, I know the fans will probably still be upset, but I think like winning cures all, right?
Oh my god.
Like, wouldn't that be some crazy shit if they
I
make the
can't, man.
fucking?
I can't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
I would have a really hard time, and if I have a really hard time, I can't imagine how those players feel about it.
Well, yeah, especially because like Embiid's like fuck him. You know what I mean?
And they're literally pouring their heart and soul into this season, into this team, and like I just can't imagine. I can't imagine that like going over well with the players. Gordy heard you, by the way, Kenny. He says Ben absolutely will not do that at this stage. His pride won't allow him to do it, and they probably won't let him wreck the team chemistry.
So
He either
in
has
college,
to come back. He either has to come back now, after the trade deadline, or never again.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, in college, I hooked up with a teammate's girlfriend at the time, and I was shitty with me, but I was drunk, and I had quit rugby because I was like getting ready to graduate, and the guy that I did, he jacked me up against the wall and said, "I'll forgive you if you play another season." So like, I often think about that a lot. I'm like, well, I mean, you know. Again, winning cures all, but like you guys are right. Like it's an unrealistic situation. It's like probably like a 5% chance of happening.
It is
But
listen, if the winning cures all thing could come into play, could take effect if he didn't do this weird bullshit sit out thing and he actually admitted to his mistakes. And we knew that he sucked and he let us down, but if they won this year, then it would make up for it. But now, because of the way things are, he kind of Carson Wentz to everybody, like him and Carson Wentz are pretty similar. I mean, the way that they treated the fans on the way,
oh,
quote unquote, out, I guess.
apparently, like all this Carson Wentz thing is like, and I don't know how true this is. You know, this is all fucking he said, she said. His wife wears the pants, and she didn't want to be in Philly anymore. I don't know how true it is, but I could easily believe that. Midwestern girl.
Um,
Probably not true, but it's an interesting tidbit.
I thought she was from South Jersey.
No.
Are you sure about that?
I'm going to look it up. Carson Wentz's slut wife.
Good luck. My God. She's a mom. That's fucked up.
I don't give a shit. I jerk off the moms.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. This podcast has taken a turn, man. Yeah, so
Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay, so that's not the Midwest, but go ahead.
I mean, it's close to fucking enough. It's flat and they have bourbons close.
It's not flat. They have fucking mountains in Kentucky. What the fuck?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck Kentucky.
I'm from Kentucky. Anyway,
that's unfortunate.
Anyway, yeah, they probably need to make a move. And they need to. You fucking derailed the shit out of this, man. This is on you.
I love this podcast.
I'm not editing it either. I'm not.
Nah, no, fuck that. It is what it is.
This is fucking raw dog podcast.
Quite literally.
Okay.
Shit.
So
I hope my father-in-law doesn't listen this week. Oh man, I'm crying. This is too much.
Okay.
All right,
so,
bring it back.
So, yeah. So the Sixers. Listen, I think that the Sixers are on good track, and I think that they will make a trade. After listening to Morey's interview, I feel a lot better about where they are. They're only 2 games behind the Nets, and the Nets have injury problems again.
And they don't have James Harden.
Durant's out for a while. Kyrie can't play away game or home games.
When is seriously, when are people going to start talking about Durant's, health?
Retirement.
I mean, he's not. What?
Retirement.
Yeah, I mean, he's not doing well, man. Seriously.
I know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's injured again. Like, are you looking at it right now? How long is he out?
Oh, I'm looking at that the Sixers are a half game out of first place. No, 1.5 games out of second place. Two games out of first place.
2 games. Yeah.
That's
no. You're looking at. Football, are you looking at conference? What are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking at Eastern Conference.
Total okay. Conference. I was looking at the division.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, I was trying to figure out what the fuck you were talking.
I was looking at the division.
I was talking about conference, but I'm gonna go. I'll look right now for Durant. But like something needs to be said, bro, because he's constantly hurt.
He's out 4 to 6 weeks as of last week.
What happened?
Knee, it says.
Again?
Yeah.
It's time, man. Hang it up. You're done. That Brooklyn experiment's not going to go. That's not going to take off the way that they thought it was going to, and I love it.
Yeah, so that's probably the reason why all the rumors are flying about Harden coming to Philly, and that could be completely true. That could be completely bullshit. That could be somebody leaking out some fake ass story, trying to drum up even more shit about making a trade for Ben. Like, listen, if you're a team that's on the fringe and you're like, oh fuck, they're gonna get Harden, and it's starting to like really gain steam now, like that could totally be bullshit.
I saw something on Twitter that had me chuckling. It said, wouldn't it be the most Philadelphia process to get James Harden 2 years after the process should have gotten him?
It's very true.
I love it. Listen, I know. I mean, honestly, these playoffs have just been so fucking good, and like, I know the Sixers play during the week, but like, things are weird in my life right now. So like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, my focus is trying to get focused on work and stuff, which is corny. But I think once the playoffs are over, I can officially say it's Sixers season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, once the Super Bowl comes and goes, and then
which is my favorite, like. I love the Super Bowl parties, man. I know, like, I don't like them when the Eagles are in them, and I've only experienced 2 of them. But I don't like that because that's too much pressure. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
You got like, and you're gonna call me sexist all you want, but like, you got a lot of women there that are just fucking there for the food and the chats and the drinks. Like, if I'm gonna watch that with some bros, I need some analytic bullshit while I do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that, and I honestly, I hate Super Bowl parties. I don't like them at all in any capacity.
Really, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like to watch the Super Bowl either like just by myself, like with my wife, or like very small, like max 5-6 people. Like,
yeah, I hear you.
I don't like the fucking huge gathering of people. Maybe I'm scarred for life. The last time I did that, the last time I went to a big Super Bowl party was the Super Bowl in 2004.
Yeah, that was tough.
So
I mean, I'm not saying like 30 fucking people, but I like a little get together.
I like to have a couple people. I don't really have that many friends though, so I guess that's why I don't like anyone. That's a joke, by the way. I don't know. I mean, how many friends do people really need? I don't know.
Man, I'm reevaluating everyone.
Listen, as you get older, you start to really they kind of weed themselves out, really.
I got like the core group, and they're the only people I really fucking value. Everyone else, you know what I mean? Like, they give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I'm the same way. I got, it's like you got the circle, and then there's the outliers, I guess, if you want to call it. But
I'm sick of the outliers. You're not coming to the wedding.
You're out.
Dude, we shaved our fucking list like hardcore.
Listen, man.
Time.
Comes a time where you gotta fucking.
Oh, we're fucking here, bro.
You gotta
know
buck
that,
up.
right?
Yeah. What do you got, Kenny? You got
60
like
fucking days.
2 months, right?
On the dot, bro. So
Yeah, it's
we are
coming.
here, and Chrissy is struggling at home because she's got to do so much wedding shit, and I just fucking left with 3-day notice, 10-day notice at the most. So
Yeah, it's not great.
no, I mean we got a lot to get fucking done, man. So,
Hmm.
but that's another day for a different day. Um, Start watching the Sixers, people. That's coming from me. I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna start fucking honing in. You at least get it in the background, before I start, making it the main thing. But it's time because you're not watching Flyers, and if you watch Flyers, you're a stupid fucking bitch. So that's where we're at. And I'm gonna say this: don't think we're gonna have baseball
Oh
at
no,
this rate.
they'll be back.
Yeah, this lockout is fucking insane to me.
It is, and it's really stupid. Um, and I'm looking forward to when it does open up, though, because think about this: it's gonna be fucking wild as shit. They're gonna have like a
Yep.
month. Like Hot Stove is gonna be a month. It's gonna be wild, fucking crazy
Yeah, because
signings and shit.
nothing changes, right? Like they just immediately go right into that, and
No,
then
yeah, like
it's like spring
fucking
training.
yeah, fucking catchers and pitchers is like a month away. Pitchers and catchers, sorry. But yeah, now I'm looking forward to baseball. I love baseball. I love the Hot Stove. I love the whole thing. And really, right after the Super Bowl, it's only a couple weeks before that shit starts ramping up, and then you got college basketball starts really taking hold and really getting everybody's attention. Um, it's looking like a pretty competitive season. There's a couple teams that can make some noise in the playoffs, which is pretty, or in the tournament, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I think we can put a nice little bow on this giant pile that we created today. And
Hey, I ain't mad about it, man.
nah, man, listen, it's fun. I love this
I told
podcast.
myself, I would stop doing this podcast if I don't laugh, and I have not stopped laughing. So I'm good. I'll fucking chill, man. I don't give a
That's a
shit. I
good
got some
line.
demons in my motherfucking closet, and don't act like you guys don't,
I
fucking
know, right?
assholes.
Fuck it, dude. Listen, at least we're talking about sports. Like there are podcasts that they literally come on and just talk about fucking nothing.
Oh,
At least
like
we're talking about sports.
the lipstick podcast.
Man, you really hate them.
They're just two stupid bitches. That's what they are. How was your day at XTU? How was your day as Park Casino? Like, fuck off. Sick of you dumb bitches.
Oh fuck. All right, listen. So last week,
I almost
last
went there, so you better fucking speed this
yeah,
shit up.
we're moving on. Last week, Kenny and I picked all 4 games on fucking Tuesday. I hated doing it, but we did it. And I went 1-3 again, and Kenny went 2-2 again.
Hey.
500 again, 500, and I was again losing record. But I can't. These games are really hard to pick in general, and picking them on Tuesday is like almost impossible. But whatever, it's all good. I'll take my
It don't
losses.
fucking matter, bro.
No, well, it matters. It matters when you hit enter. If you know what I'm saying.
Fair. No, I
Uh,
know what you mean.
so this weekend we're gonna pick both championship games. The first game is always the AFC championship game, and it's the Bengals' first appearance in the AFC championship game in fucking forever, versus Kansas City, who pretty much is like penciled in, or not even penciled. They basically write their name in pen in the AFC championship game these days. So what is this, 4 in a row for them?
What, games?
No, championship games.
Yes, yeah. Andy Reid is the first NFL coach to ever take the 4 guys from the NFC and 4 guys from the AFC and butt fucked everyone. Andy Reid, man. I love Andy Reid. I love him.
Yeah, I mean, I have no hate for Andy Reid at all.
I don't miss him because the end of Andy Reid was bad.
It was really bad.
But good for him. I hate that team though, man. Kansas City just irritates me. Everyone.
I like Kelsey.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right. But like just the Mahomes, like not even Mahomes himself, like it's his family.
Jackson and Brittany.
Yeah, she's in trouble. You hear that shit? She's like, because she was spraying champagne on all those people in like 3-degree weather.
I saw the video.
Can we use some common sense? Like, act like you've been there because you have a million fucking times.
Oh, she was airing all kinds of dirty laundry out today on Twitter.
Yeah, she's.
Or yesterday. Maybe that was yesterday. I don't fucking know. Who knows? It's probably been
It's
yesterday and
just
today.
they're just so fucking annoying.
But so the first game is the AFC Championship game. Bengals at Chiefs. I believe Kenny is going chalk. Kenny is going Chiefs -7.5. It's kind of hard to not.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to not go Chiefs -7.5, but I think that that's too many points, and I'm taking Joe Burrow on the road against the Chiefs. I'm not saying that they're going to win. I just like the line. I like the 7.5. It's a good number for me to take, and I'm taking the Bengals 7.5. In the NFC Championship game, the next game, the improbable matchup of the year, San Francisco 49ers. By the way, 10-7 teams in the fucking championship game this year.
Yeah, but it's like it's skewed, right?
What's skewed?
Because of the extra game.
But they're but they're 10-7.
What would they be if it was normal 9-7?
Like if you keep the losses, yeah. If they keep the wins, then they're 10-6. I don't know which one you keep.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's not surprising. This whole fucking NFL season has been just a fucking wacky Fruit Loop, man. It's been crazy.
It really has been.
It's probably been one of the best NFL seasons.
It's been fun though, man, because the NFL always has like parity to some extent. Like there is like every year, man. It's like almost anybody can win. Like almost not quite anybody, but like pretty much everybody has a good chance to like make the playoffs at least. Like. Okay, not everybody. The top 75% of the teams come into it like with an actual chance maybe to make the playoffs. There's a 25% that like really fucking suck. Totally. What?
I just sent you a chart comparing Jalen Hurts to Josh Allen in the first 19 starts, and people are advocating for Jalen Hurts.
I can't.
Yeah, wait till you read that. I'm gonna tweet it off the Twitter right now.
I can't do this.
But keep going forward.
I can't do this. I fucking no. Now we need to talk.
Go ahead.
All right, so hold on. First of all, let's finish these picks. So you have 10-7 Niners at the Rams, 12-5, right? Kenny likes the Rams minus the 3.5. And I like the Niners plus the 3.5. Again, I don't know if the Niners have enough to win this game. I love their defense. I love the way they're playing right now. And I like the line. I like the 3.5. I think this is going to be a close game. The Rams turned the ball over, and it hasn't been Stafford lately, but guess what? It's due. Stafford is due for picks.
Well, he's got a Detroit Lion that.
He's due, bro. He's due. So I'm taking the Niners plus the 3.5. Who knows? You never know. I have futures on the Bengals, the Niners, and the Rams. So I am guaranteed to win money in the Super Bowl, which is pretty fucking cool. Because if Kansas City makes it, I can still hedge that way and win money. So
you got to get me off of this. You got to get me off of this.
Kenny sends me this stupid fucking chart. Where did you find this? On Facebook? Shocker.
Someone said Hurts works on his accuracy and he's Drew Brees with better footwork. Yeah,
oh my God, Jesus!
I think his upside could be Russell Wilson or Dak Prescott type.
What does that even mean? All right, okay. All right. This is so stupid. This is so stupid.
Honestly, and then we can end this whole entire thing just because this has been fucking wild tonight. But if you look me in the eyes and you go, I would take Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen, I'm dumping acid in your face because you're the dumbest fucking person.
Especially after you just watched this past weekend, okay? You saw Josh Allen, who is competing at the highest level possible in the NFL against probably the best a dynasty team in the Mahomes and Kansas City. And then you saw Jalen Hurts not even be able to read Quez Watkins wide open on a fucking post play. Come on. Like, dude, stop it with this. And now listen, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the stupid fucking chart, and he's got every single stat here is better than Josh Allen. Every single stat. Completions, attempts, completion percentage, passing yards, passing touchdowns, interceptions lower, less sacked, rushing attempts more, rushing yards more, rushing TDs more, fumbles less. Like, you know what it means to me? It means dick to me because Josh Allen is better than Jalen Hurts. And you know what? Will Jalen Hurts be as good or better than Josh Allen in a year or two? I don't know. But right now, those stats
No.
mean fucking nothing. And I love
Bro.
stats. I love stats. But
Bro,
there is
he's Drew
also
Brees. He's Drew Brees with better footwork.
No, why'd you send me that? Why'd you send me that?
Because I wanted to ruin your night.
God damn it. Mm-hmm. Listen, man. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to be, and I don't even know if they're going to keep him. They say they are. We'll see. But to say that Josh Allen is worse than Jalen Hurts is just a fucking war crime.
It's egregious.
So on that note, hey, thanks for checking in on YouTube. It looks like we had a couple of people check in. Thanks a lot. Please continue to share the podcast. Somehow, we have, a couple hundred people that listen to this fucking podcast, which is wild as shit.
Idiots.
But hey, it's awesome. And keep sharing it, like it, whatever. It's starting to get a little traction at least. So, thanks to you guys. We wouldn't be, I mean, we would still do the podcast even if you didn't listen, but thanks for listening and thanks for sharing and thanks for telling somebody about it, which is really cool.
Yeah. Keep it going, man.
So Kenny, live from Dallas. Kenny does Dallas.
Just like our good friend Lisa Ann.
There we go. So I gotta name this episode Kenny Does Dallas. Because that's the name right there.
That's good.
So Kenny is in Dallas for one more week. I think he'll be joining us again next week from Dallas.
Yeah. Should be.
Hey, we got some championship games. Let's go. It's going to be a good weekend of football, I think. I don't know if it'll live up to last weekend, but should be pretty good.
It can't.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, guys. Much love. Thanks a lot for listening. See you next week.
Peace.
Later.